In the season of Lent, when we spend time, at least a lot of people spend time thinking about things that they're going to give up. I really like what John Donahue said about why don't we spend just as much time trying to give into how God might be trying to touch our lives. What would Lent look like at the end? How would Easter come if we really took the time in this journey of Lent to say, God's trying to touch my life. Where are those places? I had a couple of experiences on Ash Wednesday that I feel hit a little bit of what they were talking about. First of all, I started out the day at about 6:45 going to the train station, giving out ashes for the project Ashes to Go. There were some people who looked at me like, oh my God, I can't believe the church is on the streets, would you please go away? And others who just wouldn't look. And then there were many who stopped and said, really? The church is taking itself to us? You're bringing God to the world? One woman went over to the reporters and was crying and said, I am so moved that somebody would think of us in that way. I was deeply moved by that small act of how much us going into the world really can affect people in ways that I don't even think we can imagine. In that way, I thought, God found a way to work through me to other people and yet touch me in the same way. Because walking on the train station, you get a chance to see people in their daily lives, people rushing off to work. You see expressions that you don't know what it means, but you see people daily looking at their daily lives. I think there was just a reason to go out there. I don't know all of those reasons yet. I think that I will spend Lent trying to figure out some of those. And then at the 12:15 service, one of the parishioners stopped me and said, somebody invited me for my Lenten discipline to set a clock and have, when the clock rings, to stop and think about God. Now, I don't remember her exact words in this, but what I thought about that was, what a wonderful exercise to spend time with a little clock, setting it and saying, when it rings and goes off, I'm going to remember something about God. Maybe this Lent, part of what I'm going to do is set an alarm or have my cat wake me up, and every time that happens, think, where is God trying to touch me this year in this Lent, so that when Easter comes, I will have new experiences of resurrection. I ask you to think about that for your own lives. Instead of giving up something for Lent, why don't you spend time giving into thinking about how God might touch you or trying to touch you during the season of Lent, so that the resurrection experiences on Easter will make you go out singing the words that I can't say today, but I'll whisper, Hallelujah. May Christ be resurrected in your life, and may you find ways this Lent to walk the journey towards a new kind of resurrection.